the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Chicago Bulls in
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We are in the Windy City, Chicago, United Center to be exact, home of the Bulls. And of course, Mason Plumlee. Since he's out of the picture, the team will have to fill his shoes.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Antetokounmpo. Rudy Gay is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Rose, and it's Jackson in at the 1.
Well, I think one of the things that strikes you about Quinn Snyder is whatever is at his disposal in terms of players, he makes great use of it. He loses Gordon Hayward, dealt with a ton of injuries, and yet the Jazz are always competitive.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Capella against Vucevic. Capella kicks to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
Now the Bulls with it. Healed outside. Fades back. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, great to see Vucevic work that in-between game, showing he wants to improve that game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Jim Boylan. This is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Count it.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jackson against Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, it's rare for a point guard to do as much damage on the interior as Kyrie Irving. You've got to guard him in there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Well, Doris, at times out there, things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency, there's a lot of confusion, and I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal. Here's Heald after Clint Capella's bucket. Over Rose, Heald with the bucket.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
So it's the Jazz now, following the basket by Buddy Hield. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Inside, it's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, superb awareness, Greg, right? Not allowing them to get comfortable running their offense, being super aggressive.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
Hield kicks to Irving, and he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 6.
Okay, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving, one of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
And still a close game as the first quarter. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role.
I like to do all those little things, running up.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose and they've played with aggressiveness.
They've got Vucevic. Ibaka is out there with Justice Winslow. Then there's Irving. And it's Hield in at the shooting guard position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. It's Gay on the wing. No good from outside. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Bucks.
And you know what? They played well, but just not well enough. And close games really test where your team is at.
You know, Greg, that's a great point. They just didn't have enough to flip that last switch, and losses like that stick with you for some time.
Doris, you've covered the NBA and the Jazz for so long. Just how much does this team mean to its community?
Well, this is one of the great environments in the entire NBA. Jazz fans are diehard. They're loud and they're proud. And I'll tell you, as the only pro team in the state, it's no wonder.
Winslow against Antetokounmpo. Winslow dishes to Irving. Here's the three. No good on that one. And it's Utah the other way. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
1:56 left here in the second. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Jazz trail by 4. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. 1:46 left in the first half of the game. Irving against Jackson. Irving passes to Vucevic. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
They get it back. And the dunk by Capella.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
You know, it's an invaluable asset to have. He's as tenacious down there as anyone.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Good on the shot. Winslow's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Hield against Rose. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Makes it off the glass.
And that is one of Derrick Rose's signature moves. May not be as fast as he once was, but boy, that explosive first step remains.
Hield. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
No, you've simply got to put...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago? And that wraps up the...
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Jackson is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 spot. To the inside. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
Here's Vucevic. Shoots over Capella, the offensive rebound. Vucevic with the bucket.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Back to Jackson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. A lot of guys can take over a game, Doris, at a moment's notice. You snap of your finger. In your mind, who goes that quickly into that zone and takes over like that?
I'll tell you this, the guy who comes first to my mind is Klay Thompson. I mean, what we've seen this guy achieve in a 12-minute quarter and the speed with which the ball from the touch of his fingertips to the release is incredible. Damian Lillard, another guy, doesn't get it off quite as fast as Klay, but can put 20-30 in a quarter in a heartbeat. Guys like Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, when they start cooking, boy, you better step out that kitchen because you're going to be in trouble, Kevin.
You are. Well said. And here are the Bulls now. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Winslow finds Vucevic. Up top, Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Irving for 3. Utah with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Rose scanning the floor. And he overshot that one, missing. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Hield kicks to Winslow. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. From 15 feet away, rebounded by Jackson.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing. His words in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Irving misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And they pick up 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hield the pass to Winslow. Irving from long range. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Capella dishes to Rose. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Irving surveying the floor. To the paint. Here's Hield. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Hield's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're just... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Baca is out there with Justice Winslow. Then it's Hield, and it's Vucevic, and it's Irving in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Chicago Bulls. Winslow against Antetokounmpo. The pass to Hield. Deep. Rebounded by Capella.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
Irving against Jackson. Irving finds Hield. And here's Vucevic. A fadeaway, and the Bulls with another miss. To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Down low. Winslow, the pass to Vucevic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
I think that's a case of nerves right there, guys. That was a pretty bad decision.
Utah leading. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Jackson kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 14. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Now here's Winslow. Passes to Vucevic. And the basket is good.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Another miss by Utah.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
To take the lead, and Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And in a game this tight, a few plays either way can start to turn the tide.
No, exactly. When it's this close, both teams are fighting hard. This is what you want to see.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he makes both free throws.
That's exactly who they want at the line, and he comes through again.
Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. On the wing, Hield. Puts it up from 12 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Utah is shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Rose can't hit. The Bulls have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Ibaka outside. Winslow finds Hield. Unloads from 13. Irving. Utah with the rebound. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. Rose against Hield. Over in the corner. Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Winslow. Antetokounmpo. No good.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around him to get a better opportunity.
Pass to Winslow. Back to Irving. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Knocks down the trifecta.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
What a shot. He had no fear. I love it.
And the Jazz call time here. They're behind by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
And that's an intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, Uncle Drew will go out there and do his thing, won't he? Kyrie Irving, an exceptional player. And in fact, if you ask other NBA players, he's one of their favorite to watch.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Right, that's the game plan. It's got to be executed perfectly. No time to waste.
15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jackson down low, covered by Irving. Gay passes to Rose. Another miss by Utah. So the Bulls win it. It was a fantastic. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Doris Burke.
Yeah, every week I be on the, she think it's how to feel. Up in my business, pull up.